And welcome along. This is Virtual Farmer, and today we are back on Oakfield. Or Oak Bridge, sorry, not Oakfield. I've just refilled the tractor. I always get these two maps mixed up. I mean, both by Oxygen David, yeah, both very similarly named. And I think we're doing well on here at the moment. We've got this tractor here doing some cultivating over on field 15. That is 56% of the way through. We've got this one down here. I think this is on field 29, going through here and just doing this. Yeah, this is 66. No, this is field 22, and it's 82% of the way through. And then finally, we've got the Ford over here. This is 66% of the way through and is doing great down at this corner. So as a result, we are going to turn our attention today to getting the grass sorted. Now, ideally, what we want to do today is get everything cut and rowed and baled and wrapped. And then if we can, we want to get a plow and plow the field that we've got and get that all plowed up so that we can get it replanted before the new year. It's all looking surprisingly autumnal in here, but it should cut, and it is fully grown. So yeah, we're going to go and grab our mowers then. We're going to get this field cut. We're going to get our small field in here cut as well. Oh, we still need to get a one or two greenhouses in. I think down this side here is probably a pretty good place to put them. So we'll look at that. Our chickens are still doing well. They're producing eggs a little bit slowly, but that was kind of expected. And yeah, round here we've got our mowers. We can hook the front on first and then the rear. And yeah, our little New Holland, I call this little, it is our smallest tractor, but it is 200 horsepower. But this will go around very nicely and get all the grass cut. Before we continue on the farm, this video is brought to you in partnership with the awesome people at Apex Gaming PCs. I've teamed up with Apex Gaming PCs to create a custom line of PCs suitable for everyone from beginner farmers to virtual farming experts. And the highest spec machines are also perfect for streaming and content creation. So there's never been a better time to go check them out. I would be very surprised if we managed to get this field cut, rowed, baled, wrapped, and the field plowed in as well today. I think that is very unlikely to happen. So as a result, what we are probably going to do is get this all, get the first half of that done, and then next month we'll be able to come in, get it all plowed under and redone. So let's turn all this on, drop all this down. No GPS on this field because it is unable to find this field at the moment. And that's the reason why we need to get this field plowed under. At the moment, it is pretty impossible to do this as a normal kind of field, to properly fertilize it and get it up to its maximum potential. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to get it replaced, and that way in the new year, when we come to do our first cut, then it will be in a much better shape. I think, I was going to say my best bet is to bring the plow in this corner here, but actually I think it might be to bring it in down there with those double gates. To do that, we might actually have enough space to get a pretty big piece of kit in here. Right, let's go again. There we are. Didn't want that rear mower to drop too early then. That would have been a little bit disastrous. This shed down here, actually, I don't know if we own that or not. If we do, might be a really good place to store the mower, considering that it's only this field and the small field we really use it on. One headland down onto the second. We're making fairly good time. It is going to be a pretty short day today, so want to get this turned around quickly and sorted. I was thinking, oh, can I get a tractor and follow me after this? But I don't think that's really possible. We either have to do... Yeah, so we're windrowing up next. We could get, conceivably, the wrapper following the baler, maybe. So we might try that and see if we can wrap as we bale. That would be quite useful. Otherwise, yeah, the windrower needs to go on its own because it's a single set of combs windrower. So that means that it's going to have to go up and down on a couple of rows to do anything. So we can't have the baler follow that. But yeah, we might be able to wrap and bale in one go. And if we can, that would be really effective. Having reached the end of the field, we now have enough turnaround space. We will head across here and start cutting in. I think 90 degrees should do us quite well. It's not quite perpendicular to the field, you can see there, but it's not a huge problem. Just sort of opens things up and lets us have a little bit of more of a fuel efficient cut on the field. I think I would have been better off not going quite so far into the field, or actually not opening it up like that. We've got quite a big gap between the two halves of this now, so I'm just going to finish off this top section. I think we should get it in a couple of runs. So we'll go out on the top one here and then back, and that will finish this off. And then it's just the bottom half of the field. It is only 20 past 10, so we've got a very good chance that we might get this job finished today. That would make me very happy. I have a feeling I might have got this slightly wrong, and what I actually want to be making today is hay. So what we're going to do is we're going to check exactly how much we've got around the farm and go from there. We do have a finished contract, so that is one of our cultivating contracts. That's the one on 22, 41,608. Let's collect that. Yes. Okay, and what we can do now is we can look and see if there are any cultivating contracts going. If there are, which unfortunately there aren't, but there is that contract to wrap bales, and there is that ploughing contract, and there is that sowing contract. I am going to get the bale wrapping contract. We will borrow the items for that, and then we can just start this up, send it down to that field, and once it's down there, we'll get the Courseplay running the bale wrapping, and then that can just run to its heart's content for the rest of the day. It will probably take the rest of the day for that to do, but it'll be a good contract to get a little bit of extra cash in, and this should have no problem getting down to that field, thankfully. So let's stop this here. We will select it, create, oh no, not create destination. That is going to that field there, and away it goes. Last little section, and then this is all clear. Right, I'm going to fold up the back, turn it off, and we'll just switch to the front, which I've left on, clear up that little spot there. Anything else? Nope. So turn that off as well, fold that up, and we'll go and get the second field done. Yeah, because I want to get the maximum amount of here I can. And once we've done that, we can work out exactly what it is that we want to get off this field. If it's hay, that's not a huge problem. If it's silage, that isn't a huge problem either. I think silage is what we did last, so I actually think it might be an autumnal cut of hay that we're doing here now. Right, into the second field, unfold everything. While it's unfolding, that And yeah, this field is actually marked as a field, so it's more useful to us from that point of view. Start everything up, down with the front, into the forwards, and away we go. Our bale wrapper is down at the field, so Fieldwork, bale wrap, collect, and away it goes. On the field already, don't even have to create a course, because it's in the right place. It immediately will head off and just start wrapping bales, which is fantastic. With 2 headlands cut on this, we can get a hired worker to finish this field off. I think we're well within the bounds, so let's pick this up here, bring this up. Yeah, it automatically does 2 on here, so we'll okay that. And we will start a hired worker off. It should recognize where it is. It might do another headland, but in the meantime, we can work out exactly what we need to do next. To do that, we need to look at what we've got in here. We have 4 hay bales and a very large stack of silage bales, which must be silage at this point. Yeah. So that means that actually we want to be making hay bales today. So I will go and get the tedder, and we'll put that on the David Brown. Another one of our contracts is actually very nearly done. The cultivating on field 29, that is the Ford, I believe. That is coming to the end. Kind of expected that one to finish first. That's a bigger piece of kit on a... Oh no, that's actually a smaller piece of kit than the other one, isn't it? Yeah, because we had to switch between the 2 tractors. Very important that we don't complete the contract on field 29, because the tractor that's on the contract from field 29, is that on field... Oh, actually, no, it is still going. I was very worried for a moment that we'd got rid of this tractor, but no, we're fine, we're good. This tractor is still going strong on this field. So yeah, once that contract on field 29 finishes, we want to leave that going. That can finish off that field. We've got to wait till field 15 completes as well before we can do field 29, because otherwise we're gonna lose. I think it's the tractor on field 15, which is completely the wrong way round. If that happened, we would be in big trouble, because, well, we could put our quad track on it, but yeah, in general, it's just not really very good. We'll have a problem. We could really use a bigger tedder. What did I see just come into the shop? Oh no, it's that. No, we're good. Right, let's get this going. We'd actually have enough money for that harvester if we wanted it. That is very cheap for that bit of kit. It's amazing how quickly the time goes. It is already 1:25 in the afternoon as we work our way around this field. I do kind of wonder, I don't think that the hired worker will find this field. It would be nice if they did, but I don't think they will. I think it would just not work on here. I could define a course play field to get this done and try that, but I don't think this is going to work on here. Not like the old hired worker where it would just detect the crop. But you kind of miss that aspect of it. Right, let's see if it'll work. Yeah, no field found, so this is gonna have to be done manually. There may be a way we can speed this up, actually. I think once we complete this field and get on to the next field, we'll take the New Holland up to the shop with our old windrower and replace it with something a bit newer. And that way, the second or the last part of this today, what we can do is go around and get the hay rode up and baled in one go, and that will speed things up no end. So yeah, we will have a go at that. We have a little bit more of this field to go. I think the other thing I might do is see if we can get a second hand one of these. So at the moment we have this. If I was to go for something about this sort of size and we would customize that and we were go find used, yes, and okay that, then a used one of those will come up at some point and we should be able to make a decent amount of cash, or be able to get that at a reasonable amount of money. And that, when we come to the new year and we come to making more hay, will speed things up. Final couple of rows, and then this field is finished off. We will set this going on the other fields then. Hopefully it won't have too much problem. I know that previously it's had a problem with one of the hen houses is a little close to the edge of the field and it kind of blocks the tractor. So I'm hoping that's not going to happen again this time, but we'll see how it goes, especially considering I haven't changed anything. Our last cultivating contract has finished, so we will get those sorted and complete those off. Yep, down to here, get this open. I'm kind of hoping that this is just gonna go into here and have no problem on this job. So back into there like so. It'll unfold. Get that job done. Right, and we'll go and head over to the New Holland over here. Hold it all up. Okay. Hold it all up. Get out of the way of that. Why is this not folding up? There we go. Right, fold all that up. We'll go and put this down, and yeah. I had blocked myself for a moment, which was the reason why Worker J has been blocked by an object that came up then. And I'm just going to switch this over for the header, or the windrower over here, and we'll go and drop that down at the shop and get hold of a new one. So down to the shop with this windrower, and I need to drop it off here. Down it goes. We want to repaint it, yes. Repair it, yes. And sell it for 7,228. Actually, that's not a bad price. That's not a bad price at all. So windrowers, and I think 7.4 meters. 8.4 meters. Oh wow, cheaper than 8.4 meters. We're going for a full Sam's setup here, so we're gonna buy that. Yes, 19,500. So about half, just under half of the cost of this was covered with our old one. So that I'm very happy with. We can now get this back, and before we do that, let's just pop into here. Our 2 cultivators are completed, so we'll collect that, and we will collect that. There we go. And is there anything that we can have running? Something we do want to keep a lookout for, which we can't start, of course, this month, is we are going to need some sugar beet. There's a big sugar beet contract on 28. Where's that going to? All spheres. We kind of want a smaller sugar beet contract that we can... Yeah, there we go. Farmland 9, right next to here. 11,000. I wouldn't look to complete the contract. I'd look to collect the sugar beet from it and take it to our own windmill so that we can make some sugar at it. So basically, we would be buying the sugar beet off the farmer. Hopefully there'll be a nice small sugar beet contract like that next month where we can do exactly that. And we won't look to complete the contract. We will look to buy the sugar beet. How close is the other tractor to completing that heading job? It's got a fair way to go. Okay, so I am just gonna get this field windrowed. It's gonna take a while, so yeah. Let's get this into here. Get this field windrowed at the very least. If we need to bale these up and collect them next time, we can always run the baler or the pickup behind the baler. But this time of year, things get dark fairly early, and we want to get as much of the jobs done as we can. The wrapper has run out of wrap, so we can actually refill it at the field here. We do that, we go with the white, and we go like that. Right, that can continue on. 800 that cost us to refill that, but look at the job this is doing. That's absolutely fantastic. Time is coming up to 6 o'clock, and it has got pretty dark, as it does at this time of year. We've just about finished up here, though. I'm pleased to say this field has rowed up nicely. I do need to row up the other field, and I think I might try and get that done before next time, especially as we've got a little bit of tidying up with the edges, with getting the last little bit of the grass tethered over there. So we're going to get that tethered, and we'll get it rowed up, and then what we'll be doing next time is getting both of these fields baled, and those bales collected up, so that over winter we can make sure our cows are fully fed while we jump through those winter months. We need to get a little bit of sugar beet, so hopefully we're going to be able to pick up a sugar beet contract next time. And of course we want to get this field ploughed once we got all of this hay baled. So yeah, there's still a lot to do before everything quietens down for the winter. But now, though, we're doing pretty well, and I think that is where I'm going to finish for today. So I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching. I hope that you've enjoyed this video. Please give it a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. Huge thank you as well to all of my patrons and channel members. These videos are only made possible thanks to your support. If you want more from Virtual Farmer, please check out the videos on screen now, or subscribe for more. And I will see you next time.